I would like to begin with what you said here, because don't be afraid. I am not a madman who thinks if not 2012, as in the film, a little bit later, there will be some global cosmic catastrophe. On the contrary, I think this is a very simple psychological truth. Those who preach an imminent catastrophe, I think they really don't believe it. They practice a very interesting superstitious ritual, which is like, if you all the time talk about it, maybe it will not happen really, no? So when you talk to someone who tells you, but don't you know, in 1 year we will be all dead, the only thing to do is to tap him on his shoulder and tell him, don't worry, there will be a catastrophe, don't worry. Anti-capitalism. Today, it's very easy to be anti-capitalist. Practically everyone is. I'm talking about the West. Open any media and you will see what? This company is corrupted, that company is outsourcing, using slave labor, a third company is polluting environment, but it's always, it's never questioning the system. It's always focusing on corrupted individuals. Here you can go to the end. Films like Pelican Brief, All the President's Men, my God, you there discover what? That the President of the United States is corrupted, and so on. You can do all this at a moralistic level, not in a systemic way. Let me give you here, I'm already half into it, with sexuality. Let me begin with something which I consider quite funny. Did you see the last James Bond film, Quantum of Solace? Politically, it's quite correct. My God, James Bond basically saves Morales' regime in Bolivia from some nasty big corporation. But did you notice something else? At the end, it's the first James Bond where there is no sex between James Bond and Bond girl. It's not an exception. Did you see, now we go to the lowest of the lowest. Da Vinci Code, did you read Lost Symbol, Dan Brown? Also, in his first novels there was sex. Sex is disappearing. Already in Da Vinci Code, there is no sex here on the earth between Sophie, the granddaughter of Christ, and Robert Langdon. I have a whole theory that this is why poor Jesus Christ has to engage in sex, to mask the fact that there is no sex here, no? Then, in Lost Symbol, not even sexual tension, nothing. The most interesting thing, Angels and Demons. There is sex in the novel between Robert Langdon and then Italian scientist Vittoria Petra or what. There is no sex in the film. Isn't this strange? Usually we were used to Hollywood adding sex to make it more spicy. Now where are we? Hollywood is throwing out sex. I think, again, that this is not a good sign, not because of some Nietzschean vitalism, but because I claim what is behind is that this new narcissistic form of subjectivity is getting so strong that we even consider passionate sexual attachment or passionately falling in love as, too dangerous. You open yourself too much to the other.
What do you think about Gomorrah?
About?
Gomorrah.
Oh no, I'm sorry to tell you, absolutely nothing original. The only thing I think is that of course I saw it, no? I didn't unfortunately read the novel. What I like is this demystification, that it takes all that charisma of Godfather and so on. It shows all the utter misery of. This is so important, I think, to demystify, not to take all this aura of, like, it's the same as with Hitler, the most dangerous thing is to say Hitler was horrible, but he was a demoniac figure, he had balls, you know what I mean? This is what I find is extremely important, to de-charismaticize mafia and crime, no? Because again, this is what I will never forgive Coppola with Godfather. Okay. That he totally bought this, almost ethical charisma, great guys. This is so dangerous. I mean, this is so dangerous, no? So no, I think it's tremendously important, and I was so glad that it nonetheless did succeed. I mean, that it was a bestseller, no? Because, it's not so easy today.